All right, good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Wednesday, April the 8th, and if you notice we sound just a little bit different, it's because I'm coming to you from my house, and our first guest, SUZANNE Kitchen, is coming to you from her house. Good morning, SUZANNE.
Good morning, Paul.
You know, originally when you were scheduled to be on Radio Friends, we were going to talk about the Easter Cantata, which was going to be held on Easter Sunday, that evening, but obviously that's not going to happen now. So tell me where the Easter Cantata originally was going to be.
Well, the Easter Cantata is a presentation that's put on by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints every year, and we had intended to hold it, as you said, on Easter Sunday at 4708 Highlands Parkway, which is one of our church buildings.
But now, because of the coronavirus and our social distancing and staying apart, it's been put on hold for a certain number of weeks, or do you know yet?
Well, I don't think any of us know with the current climate. It has been put on hold. There's been some recent articles circulating about various choir rehearsals that didn't get put on hold fast enough and spread the virus. So ours did get put on hold to the point where, to my knowledge, no one is ill, but we are not going to be able to meet again to finish preparing for this cantata until we're allowed to gather in groups that are at least as large as 57 or 59 people, because that's about the size of our group.
So that may be a little while, but the important thing is that you all stay safe and healthy. And even if you have to hold that Easter Cantata sometime in June or July, hopefully you will still have it and people will come out.
Yes, that is our hope, because there's never a kind of an expiration date on being able to honor Jesus Christ, and that's what we do. We have a great program lined up and a good narrator and some instrumentalists joining us, and we're really hopeful that we can put this on for the community, even though it will not happen on Easter itself.
All right, SUZANNE, I appreciate you sharing your time with us today, and you come back when you're ready to reschedule, and we'll let people know about it, okay?
That sounds great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome,
All right.
SUZANNE. All right, our next guest is Jennifer Bean from the Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Good to have you this morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Paul.
You're coming to us from your house, correct?
I sure am, from my guest room turned home office.
Yeah, right. During this coronavirus outbreak, we're all taking this very seriously now and distancing ourselves. But it's also important to remember good nutrition, correct?
Absolutely. And there's going to be a lot of... Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, what are some of the best things that we can do as far as food right now, keeping our health at top shape?
Absolutely. And as we are all spending a lot more time looking at information in various ways or listening to information, sometimes there can be some misleading things that any one food or any pill or any one thing is going to, quote, boost your immunity. But really, what's going to protect you best is going to have some good old basic nutrition. And Paul, I feel like I'm a broken record every time I talk to you. It's eating your vegetables.
Okay. Right.
It's eating your vegetables. So particularly, what is it about vegetables that helps us support our immunity? And when we think about our vegetables, we think about all those colors that are in there. And that's actually what research shows us helps us support our immune system the best when we talk about healthy nutrition. So the oranges that we find in sweet potatoes and carrots and tomatoes, the beta-carotene that's in that helps. Of course, we all have heard of Linus Pauling and his love of vitamin C. And while it's not going to cure everything, vitamin C does play a role in helping our immune system. We can find that in tomatoes and sweet peppers and broccoli and any leafy green.
So are you saying vitamin C, is that going to help more than anything else in helping to ward off the coronavirus?
No, it's a piece of a puzzle. Yeah.
All right. So the important thing is a well-rounded vegetable diet.
Absolutely. And I would also add to that, so vegetables are absolutely important, but we're beginning to understand the importance of vitamin D in our immunity as well. And right now, because of the season, we're not going to be making a lot of vitamin D when we go out for our walks, because that's something to do as well. Although it's not in my scope of practice as a nutrition professional, it is something to do that can keep you healthy as well as making sure that you're being physically active. So when you're out on your walks and you're getting your sunshine, that's great for other things like boosting your mood and keeping your cardiovascular system healthy. But when it comes to vitamin D, just because of the way that the earth is tilting around the sun, we're not getting a lot of those rays that will help us make our own vitamin D. So it's important to choose foods that have vitamin D. And there's not a lot that have vitamin D naturally. What I'm talking about would be fatty fishes like salmon or something like that. Or if you know that the eggs that you're eating, the chickens that laid them had vitamin D in their feed, then that would give you vitamin D. So really we're going to need to look at fortified foods like milk or fortified juices.
Okay. But the important thing is what you're saying is eat a well-rounded, well-balanced meal, and our chances for staying healthy are much better.
Absolutely. And I think that helps with your immune system, but also with your mental health. When you eat food that supports your body, your mind feels better.
Mm-hmm. And you were talking about the importance of exercising. The other day, I was feeling rather blah. I mean, when you turn on the news, you hear everything that's going on. And I went out for a walk, and it plays wonders with your mind. It releases those endorphins, and I came back to the house, and I felt 100% better, and I was out of my blue funk mood.
It's almost like Disney knows what they're doing whenever the birds start chirping and you start singing like Snow White out there, right?
Right. Jennifer, thanks so much for visiting with us today. If people want more information about good nutrition, where can they go?
I highly recommend going to eatright.org, and you can they have a little menu off to the side that says what can you do as far as nutrition and coronavirus.
Okay, all right. So eatright.org, all the information will be there, and specifically about nutrition for the coronavirus, correct?
Yes.
All right. Jennifer, thank you so much for letting us visit with you in your home while I'm in my home, and hopefully before too long we'll be back in the studio side by side.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you, Jennifer. And again, if there's something that any of you would like to hear or see, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Okay? Tomorrow, Larry Brown will be with us. Bye-bye.